practice, not a game, not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we're talking about practice.
Back row.
Best believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere other than one that is not me. It's beef, we strut a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting him, that's Ali. You reach, I teach him with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'ma go, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show them how it goes. Try to stomach this thug life. They ring got the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe, connected from Cali to New York, nigga, so let it go. Made for this, nigga, I eat bars and drink flows. Thinking you woke into your third eye, peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy, it's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early, this bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game, these niggas lame, they bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same, you want the easy pass, tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through the fire, you can't stand the rain, take an aim. Tell him runner, he can try his best. Drive a car named after me, that's why I'm in the vet. Laugh at these niggas once again, and I ain't break a sweat. Number 1 at everything I do, that's why I'm one west. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot, so forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this, janitor with the mop stick. You gon' need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit, 10 for 10 I do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog, it is not mixed. They can see that my mind's sick, I don't write, I find shit. I don't like it, then I switch. If I touch it, it's diamond. Tell a bitch that I'm God sent. It ain't because my kicks is built like 5'6", 5'7" is my bitch. Dangerous, high risk. I lose it, get another one. You think I'm talking about a girl? I'm talking about another gun. We here now? Hey, look, it is what it is now. We don't fuck with the house niggas. We burn the crib now. I'm ahead now, and I hope they can hear now. I don't care if you think it's it, nigga. I don't fear clown. Silences make it sound like raindrop. That's a quiet storm. Get the job done in the view or get fired on. If you niggas standing for nothing, what you dying for? If you put real with real, that's how I was born. Walking this bitch ready for war. I'm in riot form. I want these niggas to see me flex. That's why I am armed. I shouldn't live in the crib, nigga. I should buy a farm to go through this shit so effortless. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. I'ma show him it's a difference. I'ma only say this once, you better listen. When West is where it started, so you know that's where it finished. We got one main objective, nigga, let's complete the mission. We explaining what the who, lead them bitches in they feelings. Snub on me, only time I put my nose inside your business. I don't want my gun to show, so I wear my shirt bigger. This is our world, cause if this was your world, I'd be the villain. Break his whole block down, all I gotta do is bend and stuff in Mac shell drums. Turn your crib to Sunday dinner. You don't live here, you visit, this my shit, it's a difference. I don't do lean, Lobos in my cup is what I'm sipping. I don't do dreams, I just say a prayer, go and get it. And it all work out, you know this ain't for play, this ain't for fun. I've been destined for this shit, niggas know that I'm the one. This shit can go 100 yards, you would think I kicked a punt. You would think I had a flare gun on go, you niggas run. They like he an Israelite, all he rap about is guns. Bitch, I'm an Israelite that own a lot of guns. What that nigga said who? Tell him watch the grind. Yeah, you must be crazy if you ever think of stopping mine. Knock all of the chains out you niggas, make them drop a dime. This tour is whole 12, it is not a zodiac sign. Piss me off, get me in my bag, make me drop a bomb. Drop a nuke, make the world freeze, I can stop the time. Watch what you do, cause once you do it, you can't press rewind. On purpose, I do the opposite, so nigga cross the line. This is different, I ain't looking for trouble, but on point, case you think I rap. Turn him to a vegetable, lead this nigga cabbage patch. No new niggas with me, if you see him, then they got my back. Got it out the mud, big stepping, you can see the tracks, follow me. I could teach you something, have receive, relax. If you gon' speak on anything, just make sure it's fact. It's a difference, we are not the same, help them notice that. Pay attention, watch how we move, we can know we can't. Hang around all real niggas and we move as one. This ain't Fortnite, get into it, ain't no 1v1. The smoke I bring to you, you can't take it in with your lung. Life about warfare, we just make it look fun. She asked what kind of oil I got on, I told her give them some. When West the only real niggas left, you better get you one. Chicken shop, giving out wings if I pull a drum. It's a difference, you better watch your words before you eat your tongue. Scrape the whole plate, not a trace nor leave a crumb. Ice falling off the watch and chain like it's freezer burn. Daring somebody to say my name, I will eat to him. Loyalty means everything, so I don't eat with them. pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this that exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is it effective? If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jackie. So I war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't on who got the gun, it's on who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I enjoy. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Shalom Israel. We'll be right back there with you, all right? We'll be right there with you, you understand? We're waiting for the brothers, and we'll be right there with you. Give us like 2-3 minutes, all right? All right. Also, brother, you understand? You put another track.
Baby, no listen to no fake news, them can't. Put the wall it out and them never fake news. Notice say I just be a bad bitch, I get forward from with you. But the one you have be good girl them crazy. She never did a features, R-rated. Never did a features, half naked. Me never did a piggy R-ratings, half way, that's why me give R-ratings. She never did a features, half naked. Never did a features, R-rated. Me never did a piggy R-ratings, half way, that's why me give R-ratings. I know every girl I wife material. I know every girl forget the juice in my seed bag. I know every girl me trust to cook my food, nor boil my tea, not even put the milk in the cereal. Me like a catty when medieval. When we wash for cook for clean and no fuss. When she hear me get a new girl, I know that me mean when me say me fight me demons. Multiple wife legally, no illegal. Yeah, straight, me go crazy. I know every catty can be my first lady. I know every press plus body done baby plus Tatiana no fit in a no mercy when me say oh luxury dolly fi nurse baby a trouble when luxury dolly turn old lady. So big up every girl with no lazy. Your body big but why your mommy donate it. I rate it. Never did a fi dress half naked. Me never did a fi give her ratings halfway. That's why me give her ratings. She never did a fi dress half naked. Never did a fi dress R-rated. Me never did a piggy R things halfway, that's why me give her rating. She now wait pan, money for reach her and donation. She make reach her man donation. One run job and run, but the waist gal a tell her fi leave her man, but she stay strong. She know say them are no friends, them are haters. Them sleep with every man in the acre. Can't get nobody fi stay long and want the advice from relation.
Baby, no listen to no fake news. Them can't keep a man cause them never stay true. Could do all it out and them never pay dues. Never shut them out and them wicked and cruel, eh? Bag a man a rush, but them just a get used. Everything them have, them did a fear blows. Instagram live, them nude for the views. Baby, that I know you though. Sure, I rate it. Never did a pictures half naked. Me never did a piggy or things halfway. That's why me give her ratings. She never did a pictures half naked. Never did a pictures R rated. Me never did a piggy or things halfway. That's why me give her ratings. I.S.U.P.K. One West. Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shy never come bring peace, him start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are a nation. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the nation. Daniel get a vision. Him see the black Christ, it wasn't a white depiction. No allegiance to Rome nor its regions. Come out them religion if you want be a free man. Cause the deacons them full of demons. Same situation with Rasta with Islam. Only beacon of hope for your lean and I.S.U.P.K and the General YAHANNA. Every fowl of the ear, every beast of the field, every creeping thing we creep on land, every mouth of the clear, loud and clear. Yeah, our shy Mashiach is a black man who have ear, let him hear. Time to prepare, spiritually separate from Babylon. We no weak, we no fear, we no tear. Bun Saddam, my bun Batman are just part of the nation. Yeah, our shy never come bring peace in start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are a nation. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the nation. Send evils and curses on the whole city and the beasts and all churches. America fall, them deserve it. Rome get defeat, history repeat, I know the first thing. Hey, 400 years to work with, then desert with, then turn round and call we worthless. But now the COVID lurking, them hurting, and then the doctors and nurses. Hey, one day to your building of return after the long journey. No care much money you a earn if you still want Babylon burn. One day to your building of return after the long journey. No care much money you a earn. Hey, I just part of the mission. Yeah, our shy never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are a nation. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the mission.
Thank you. Hey, Shalom. Shalom. Officer RDR, can you hear me?
Yeah, come on, priest, I can hear you.
God. Baraki Allah, what's going on?
Yeah, 1 second on the one. I'm setting up right now.
God. Baraki Allah, Baba Kashan, pull up the article that you put in the chat about the rise of the COVID-19. Can you pull that up, Baba Kashan?
The one in the Rise podcast?
Right. Shalom. This is Officer 1000's of Baja of the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. Started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Right. Tonight, we're back at it again. This is the Canada Scripture Breakdown class. Right. I got with me Officer 1000 ADR. Good to see you. How you doing, Rock? Right.
Up to our brothers and sisters out there, you understand? You already know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We struggling, you understand? We struggling, we're fighting with this life and with this empire. But we here, man. You already know.
Right, let's get it. Right. I got Officer Shariwan. He'll be right back. Officer 500 Shariwan. With me, I also got Officer 50 Baraki Olive, right? This is, again, it's another scripture breakdown class. We're live in Toronto and Montreal. If you're watching, hit the like button, subscribe, share these classes, share these tapes so this truth goes out all over the earth, right? We see that the truth is rising. Brothers are rising. Sisters are waking up, right? Brothers and sisters, you don't think that the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA has the truth. You don't think it's a safe place for you. It's a place where brotherhood is. Then you don't have to be here, right? You do not have to be here. You do not have to pay attention to these classes. You don't have to show any brotherhood or any love to your brothers and sisters. But hear this: when you are going through it, we won't care.
Right.
One moment. Right, you're not gonna have to go through it with us because you're not gonna be with us. Right now, if you don't know, the plagues are here and they haven't left. They're going to stay here and they're not going anywhere. Right, more plagues are coming. More war is coming. We're in the preview right now of World War II, SHALAM, World War III. We're just watching. Right, the one thing I could tell you is, the brothers and sisters in Montreal, we know what brotherhood and sisterhood is. We came together for that. We have brothers and sisters who made a long journey from Montreal to Canada, right? Just so they can have a weekend, just to make that journey back to their homes to go back to slavery, right? We know what brotherhood and sisterhood is. We know that the Most High, He's on His way. He's about to send our King, right, with 200 million angels. That sky is going to crack. And in that day, you're going to say, damn, I should have listened to the priests and prophets of the I.S.U.P.K. I should have showed more love to my brothers and sisters, right? Things are going crazy. Again, we got a podcast, the Rise Podcast 1969, the Rise Podcast 1969. Check us out on YouTube, right? We'll be airing tomorrow. Tomorrow's time, we might be going at 12 o'clock, just a little earlier, right? But again, we're about to get to it, right? Everybody got some strong. We got some good food. We got our most important currency, which is brotherhood, right? All right, Salaki, Brakala, you got that article?
Khan and Wakan. COVID-19 hospitalizations in Ontario now at their highest level since late May. Positivity rates also spiking.
Good night. So what do we got going on here? We got more COVID-19. They told you to take shots, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with a vaccine because there's no more polio in the earth right now because of a vaccine. They told you to stay inside. We stayed inside. They thought that, okay, we all took our vaccine shots. The COVID died down just a little because we took our vaccine shots, right? We stayed inside. And then the oppressor's kingdom said, you know what, after this, we're going to go to war and we're going to have a pride parade and we're going to have men march down the street naked, right? Mm-hmm. Now, listen, I am surprised that I can even see right now. I'm going to explain something to you that happened because our oppressors are so prideful, right? And they don't understand why the COVID-19 was on the rise. So I'm leaving the metro. I'm on slavery, right? You know, certain metro stations, they have that long escalator.
Last four if I can guys.
Some barbecue sauce, please. Yeah, please. Yeah. Right. So there's a long escalator, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm on the escalator. I look down. I look back up. There is a whole devil in front of me wearing a skirt. And under the skirt, there is nothing. And all I see is funky cheeks. I see, listen, it looked like sandwich meat. So it looked like a funky sandwich meat. The stale sandwich meat. And I'm just like, I'm holding my breath now. I'm like, God damn, I hope I don't smell nothing. Like, what the hell is going on? The pride of our oppressors is why there's more COVID-19. Thank you. Right? That's why these plagues are coming. Right, keep reading.
Khan. There are now more people in Ontario hospitals with COVID-19 than at any point since late May, as a new wave of the pandemic driven by the BA.5 subvariant continues to worsen.
Right. There is more plagues. Right. There's more. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep coming. And you thought, as you brothers and sisters in the world who follow the oppressor, thought, listen, the plagues are done. It's just man-made. It's just they did it just for population control. I've heard every damn conspiracy theory. Everybody that gets high and smokes a blunt has some idea of what the hell is going on, and
Right.
I've heard CERN. I don't listen. They're making particles go at light speed. It's gonna crash. It's gonna open the Earth in the fourth dimension. And Salaki, one moment. Fourth dimension and more demons. Here's what's up. The demons are already here. Office already are.
Yeah, so like if I may, and to just to back up with everything that you're saying, please, like even with the in Canada, like I mean in Montreal, right? With the fact that the monkey pox is going up, like the oppressor just opened the door for Canada, you understand? So everybody could party. You understand? You just forget about COVID-19. You forget about the monkey pox. You forget because everybody want to have fun. Meanwhile, you understand? Like 3 days ago, they talking in Europe. They're talking about the ninja virus. You understand? I seen that. I was like, nah. We know when they say ninja. You know what I'm saying? They say nigga, right? So I'm like, they're saying that's that nigga virus. You understand? So there's another, I mean, variant. You understand? Coming soon for y'all. You understand? Called the ninja virus. And I mean, variant. You understand? And you're not gonna be a ninja. You understand? He's not gonna make you. You understand? Be like Bruce Lee. You understand? Be like you understand? Jackie Chan. But he might kill you though. You understand? So like a piece.
Right, priest. That's it's so good to have you back in class, man. Ninja virus. Good night.
Like
Listen, them viruses kick back. they thought they were beating up the virus with the vaccines. Them viruses fight back. They go in
Right.
the gym and they work out and they morph. Listen, if this was anime, then viruses went they went they viruses they morphed. They did the instant fusion that Vegeta and Goku do, and then they went Super Saiyan 10. Good night. So,
right. That's true. That's true.
and then the oppressors decided they're gonna have a whole month of fornication.
Right. Right.
Nasty sex. If you don't know what fornication is, it's nasty sex. Now,
Right.
because you're a Christian, right? Because you're not in the ISUPK and you are a filthy Christian, you think that when you sleep with a sister that doesn't have a husband, that's fornication, right? June is the month of fornication in Canada and America and all over the world.
Mm.
Right, deviant, disgusting sex. Let's look at Brittany Griner. Is that her name, Brittany Griner? A deviant, right? A deviant. I seen a picture of her. Now, listen. Personally, me, I don't think there are any ugly sisters. If she's Black, Hispanic, and Native American, she's pretty to me. Brittany Griner is Griner. I don't listen. That WNBA, the WNBA dude, right? The dude from the WNBA. I say dude because I'm trying to be disrespectful right now. She wants to be a man, so now she has to sit in jail like a black man. She understands what it's like to be a black man now because she wants to be a man. If this sister, right, because she is a sister, if she was to act more feminine, she wouldn't look like a dude. I seen a picture of her with another sister. Now, the sister that she's with, this is supposed to be her wife, right? Two sisters can't get married. Right. The Lord said two sisters can't get married. Um, she's with this sister. This sister bad as hell. Like them sis, she got the sister sitting on her lap when that sister's supposed to be sitting on the lap of another brother. Right. That MWNBA star, she's supposed to be with another brother. She's not supposed to be acting like she's the dude. Right.
So
And
like
you wonder why the plagues are here. More monkeypox, more COVID-19. The goddamn samurai virus is coming. Is the virus is about to throw some stars and disappearing smoke. Salakia, one of the priests had something?
So like I don't want like if we say, are you talking about that talk and I mean WNBA, you understand, like with the Adam,
God, that's exactly who we talking about right now.
the one with the Adam apple, right?
Right.
Good.
No, you said the Adam's apple. Yeah, come on, yeah. Listen, the sister thought that she was gonna bring some weed. She said, "I have a card from the government in America that says I can have weed." And Russia looked at her and said, "We don't even like drugs, and we don't like your kind." Good night. She's learning the hard way. Right. Barack, you can keep reading.
Canada Wakan. The latest data released by the Ministry of Health on Thursday afternoon reveals that there are now 985 people hospitalized with a disease caused by the novel
Good
coronavirus.
night. What number was that?
985 people.
Good night. 985 people hospitalized because of this virus. Salakia, can you get me second Ezra 16 and 37?
Canada
Right.
Wakan.
No, Salakia, I got Officer Shariwan. He's gonna get it for me.
No sweat out of one.
Right. Listen, 900 people hospitalized, and they thought that everything was done. The kingdom is open. They're about to have all these festivals. Listen, we just went to a Hamite festival trying to fish brothers and sisters because the Christian church told brothers and sisters that they're Hamites. Right. We're trying to fish brothers and sisters. Right. In a sea full of the land of fleas. It just listen and good night. The purple guys, I understand why the purple guys go get the Hamites now. Because the Hamites are full of purple. Full of Barack Allah, what'd you say? Tampara shrimp? Fish, dolphin man. That's what the purple guys and them Hamites say. The purple guys, they're moving like Aquaman. Good night.
They live in an aquarium.
Aquarium, right? Aquarium. What you got for me, priest?
Council. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 27.
37, Baba Kasha.
37. Right?
No, it doesn't have a 37?
Come.
Yeah.
And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth.
Oh, wait, were you in 16? No, give me Baba Kasha, my bad. 16, give me 16. 1637.
Come.
Right there.
Chapter 16 and verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh.
Right, so them plagues are coming close. They're closer. Listen, you're outside. You think I'm just outside. I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna go get with that sister. When that sister is not a sister, it's a dude. There's a full-blown Adam's apple under that neck. There's a full rod. Listen, good night. There's a full rod under, and you think the country's open now. I'm gonna go back. The kingdom's open now. I'm gonna go back to doing whatever disgusting lifestyle I was living. And the Most High said the plagues are drawing nigh. Hug that monkeypox. Make your skin look like bubble wrap. Make your skin look like fried chicken. Brothers and sisters are walking around, especially the Edomites. Edomites are walking around right now looking like fried chicken because of that monkeypox. Right, these plagues are drawing close. They're not going nowhere. They're going to be close. They're going to be right up on you. They're saying the monkeypox is not even okay. Now you know how like syphilis, you gotta have sex to have syphilis. You gotta have sex to get AIDS. The monkeypox is coming just from close contact. Right? It's like chickenpox. It's a pox. With chickenpox, you didn't have to. Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. If you're a parent, you understand. When you find out another child has chickenpox, you bring your child to go play with that child, right? Because you want your child to get the chickenpox early so it doesn't affect them later on in life. This is how the monkeypox goes. You want to go to that bar that's full of dudes, right? You want to rub elbows. Lord knows what. Good night, Salakia. You just want to have a good time. Listen, that good time will get you that bubble wrap. So it'll get you in the hospital looking like someone threw hot oil on you and your skin just starts to water bubble. Right? Them plagues draw nigh. Let me get some more.
and are not slack.
They're not going nowhere. They're not holding up. They're not. The plagues are loose. You know, slack. You know what? Okay, you pull a rope. You ever, Akim? Y'all ever play tug of war?
Khan.
Right? You know, two brothers are on one side, two teams are on one side. Everyone pulls that rope to see who's going to make the person fall in the mud. That tightness in the rope is the slack. Right? You want that rope to be loose a little more. You just give it a little slack. Let it loose, and that's the slack. Them plagues are not slack. They're in the earth. The angels right now, right? NASA already came out and said UFOs are real. You keep seeing videos of spaceships, right? Now I'm gonna tell you a story, right? This is when I was first coming into the truth, right? I was in the world. Wasn't even a trooper yet. I just found out. I was just messaging, but I was still in the world doing the worldly shit that I was doing, right? And I'm parked up outside my building. I'm like, yo, listen, I gotta take this truth seriously, right? If I don't take this truth seriously, who knows what the hell is going to happen to me? I already did 3.5 years of jail time in my life in 10 years, right? Since 2010 to 2018, 19, I already did 3.5 years of jail time. Am I going to take this shit seriously? I step out my car thinking about trees. I step out my car thinking about weed. And I look up to the sky and I see a line of lights just going. Now, were those spaceships? I don't know. Were they a meteor shower? I have no idea. I just know I seen that sign in the sky and I said, you know what? It's time to take the truth seriously. Right? With that said, right? With that said, people keep reporting that they're seeing strange lights in the sky. The angels are above the earth, in the IFOs, in the chariots, releasing valves. Those valves are all up in the earth and they're running up and down. Right? God. No, you got it.
So, Salaki, and if I may, and what Officer Zabadi is saying is so heavy in that, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we absolutely have to take this truth seriously. Understand? Not just this truth, but all these plagues that the Most High is sending. Understand? The Most High is sending these plagues to destroy this kingdom. Why? Because look at what AIDS is doing to our community. Understand? Look at all these sexually transmitted diseases that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are dying from. Understand? Not only dying from, but the reason we're doing it is because we're following our oppressor.
Right.
Following the culture of this nation that's above us. Understand? And the Most High is not okay with that. The Most High is seeing what these people are doing to his children. This is why these plagues have to come. This is why we have to take this truth seriously. You understand? This kingdom deserves to burn. It has to burn. You understand? Because the things that are happening to our people is destroying us, killing us off by the thousands.
Right.
It's a lot here.
No, that's definitely heavy, man. Listen, we're telling you that these plagues have to come out. We absolutely don't care what anybody thinks, right? The plagues have to come. They're not slack. The Most High is sending these angels to bring out these plagues. Barak, can you keep reading that article?
Khan.
Wait, hold that, Barak. Levi, what you got?
So like a priest, if I may, I just want to touch on this on the two other verses of where you were at, if you may.
Khan.
Salak, you want me to read for you, sir?
Khan, priest, if you may, priest.
Khan, sir. Verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son.
Now, stay there. Now, we know what happened, you understand, when a woman have a child, right? When the woman is pregnant, you understand? In the first 3 months, 6 months, everything is to wild, you understand? She could eat, she could walk and everything. But once she's ready to go into labor, what happened? Also, SHALAM can let you know. You understand? I could let you know. You understand? We've been through that. Once that time comes, that woman be like, you understand? Well, I got this pain right now. I got this pain, you understand? The water broke, you understand? Now you know it's time to go to the hospital, right? You know that baby's coming, right? Well, it's the same thing, you understand, with what's going on right now. You think COVID-19, you understand, just passed away. It's gonna
Right.
get worse and worse and worse. This is what the Bible says. This is the prophecy for this life right now. This is what your pastor will not tell you, man. Your pastor will tell you what everything will be all right, everything will be nice. No, it will not be. Worse is coming, man. You
Yeah,
understand?
man.
Worse is coming for this earth, man. Worse is coming for Canada. Worse is coming for Montreal. Worse is coming for Toronto, man. I was talking to one of the what you might call it, you understand, politician, you understand, in Toronto, trying to get, you understand, Justin Trudeau place. And he was thinking, well, you know what, we got to take Justin Trudeau out. I'm like, not until you recognize that Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian are the 12 tribes of Israel, and then he changed, worse is coming on this life, man. You understand? It's not gonna be easier, man. And this is why we are warning you. We are telling you, man, get prepared, change your life. You understand? Do something different that you've been doing before. Why? Because worse is coming, man. How are you gonna deal with the fact now in Montreal, right? The other day, Rogers was shut down. People couldn't call. People couldn't use their bank. Now, what's gonna happen when this happens? I mean, throughout Canada. How are you gonna contact your brother? How are you gonna contact your stand? How are you gonna eat and buy something to eat, man? Well, you know what? Get prepared, man. You understand? We warning you for a reason because worse is coming, man. Just like a woman that's about to go into labor, man. Keep on reading.
Okay. Within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
Great what?
Great pains compass her womb.
Great pains compass her womb. That means, I mean, this is when she's feeling the worst of the worst pain that you could possibly feel, man. You understand? They say a broken bone is nothing, I mean, compared to a woman given to labor. You understand? You have to have like a multiple broken bones so you could feel what she feels, right? Well, imagine that, you understand, in the society that we live. Imagine that comparison, you understand, in the society that we live right now. It's gonna be great sorrow, man. Keep on reading, please.
Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
You understand? Because why? Because that child is about to be born, right? Well, the same thing happens, you understand, in this life. The same thing is gonna happen because Christ is coming. Christ is coming back. I know that, you understand, your Muslim must, you understand, want to say it's gonna be the fake Christ. You understand? I know, you understand, the Kemetic, you understand, say that Christ is not going to come back. Well, you know what? Christ is coming back because we could see exactly everything that was written before it's coming, happening right now. So we surely know that Christ is coming back. Keep on reading.
Verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth.
Just like also Abijah was saying, the plagues will not be slack. It's coming. And this is what we're seeing right now. Those plagues are coming right now. This is why you see, you understand? You see COVID is going I mean, with the ninja virus, which is really the nigger virus. You understand? This is why you see the monkeypox. And this is why you're going to see hunger. You understand? In an all nother scale. You're going to see like destruction and pain and, you understand, and sorrow in a whole nother level in this life. But you know what? Us in the U.P.K, me and my brothers here, we're making sure that we're going to be too wild.
Right.
Making sure you understand that even if you're in Toronto, I'll get a horse and come bring you some food. Officers will bring a horse, now make in Montreal with some food. We getting prepared for that day, those days, man.
Right.
What are you doing? You just want to have fun? You just want to have sex with everybody that you see? You just want to smoke weed? You just want to get high? You just want to party? Well, you know what? There's going to be a day where you're going to be like, you know what? I should have listened to Officer Abijah. I should have listened to Officer Shawan. I should have listened to Officer Barakala. Because you're telling me the truth. Meanwhile, all this time, you understand, all you want to do is party. Is that fun? Keep on reading, please.
Salaka, priest, was that it? Or you want some more?
No, Salaka, you could give me more. Officer Shawan could give me more. Officer Abijah, I don't want to take it from you. I just want to get
no sweat. You already know what it is.
Officer Shawan, you got it.
And the world shall mourn.
And the what?
And the world shall mourn.
Oh, it's gonna be happy time.
The world shall mourn.
You understand? The world shall mourn, man. To be mourning is when you have somebody that's dead and you're in mourning, man. That's why people, you understand? You have your mother that's dead. They put black on their Facebook, right? On their picture, they put a black picture. Why? Because they're in mourning. You sad. Well, this is gonna happen, man. You're about to lose your man. You're about to lose your, you understand, your wife. You're about to lose your children pretty soon. If exactly you don't follow exactly what you have to follow. People, go ahead, Shalom.
Salakia the one. And if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, but it says in the book of Jeremiah that the mourning and the cries that went out in Egypt, there's going to be more mourning and a worse cry that comes out of Babylon when the Most High destroys this place.
Exactly. So you understand? Exactly. So it's about to be worse. The time, you understand, like this is why UPK is us waking up in the UPK is something excellent. It's something that the Most High, it's a miracle. Why? Because these times that are coming, God already, you understand, woke us up. So for us to be in the UPK and for us to get prepared and get ready. Meanwhile, everybody, you see the majority out there, they're not prepared for what's coming. They're not prepared. They don't give a damn about what's coming. Well, you know what? We're teaching about what's coming. You understand? Meanwhile, you understand? You're going to be in your house. All your neighbors going to start yelling, you understand, because somebody died. Meanwhile, God is going to protect you and your family. You understand? Everybody of your neighbors going to yell and be like, you know what? God, you understand? I'm mourning because one of my children died. My wife died. My man died. Well, we're gonna be good.
Salakia, if I may. Listen, the brothers and sisters in the world right now, they think they're going through something right now.
Right.
They be like, I can't do this, I can't do that because I'm going through it. Like, good night. Just wait. Just wait. Give it a little bit. You'll really be going through it then, and you'll really be wishing and hoping and praying that Officer Adiyar answers his phone. The Officer Baraki Allah answers his phone. Officer Shayuan has the courtesy of answering his phone. That in that time you're gonna be like, listen, I wish those brothers would answer my phone call. Salakia.
Understand? That's powerful, you understand? And that's what's coming now pretty soon. And that's what you're seeing right now. Understand? Also, Shawan, you could keep on going.
Okay. And sorrows shall come upon it on every side.
On what?
On every side.
Everywhere you turn is gonna be sorrow. Everywhere you turn is gonna be death. Your house are already dealing with the trauma that you're going through. While your uncle is gonna go through the same thing. Your sister is gonna go through the same thing. Everywhere you turn is gonna be death. Everywhere you turn is gonna be sorrow. Somebody yelling because somebody died. Well, you know what? Us in the UPK, we're gonna do, you understand, what we need to do so we could be well. We could be to wild. And our family could be to wild. Our children, our wife, our men could be to wild. That's what we're doing right now. And that's why we're waking you up. And can you give me more? So like Sister Zabaja, I'm just gonna do a little more, right?
No sweat.
Sir. Verse 40. Verse 40. O my people, hear my word.
Oh,
O my people.
Oh my people. This is for you, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. Go ahead.
Are you guys the cooks?
Hear my word.
Okay, who's the cooks here?
I have no idea.
Make ye ready the battle.
Make you ready for what?
Make ye ready the battle.
Now, I don't know if you realize that Black and Hispanics and Native Indian were at war. I know you in Montreal North right now thinking that you could play domino, you could get high, you could smoke weed, you could, you understand, do whatever type of things, you understand? Have sex with whoever you want. We are at war, man.
Right.
The white man bring another race of people in slavery and keep them in captivity. We are war. We at war, man. You understand? This is what the thing, you understand? Nobody want to talk about. You're not gonna see the UN speak for us because they already know that we are at war. And every other nation that's part of the UN are involved in this war. We are at war. Well, you know what? Get ready to battle, man. Get ready to fight. All right, you could drop that. Also, Zabaji, you know, man, you got it, priest. Salaki.
Water. Let's get that priest a hand. Right. He was dropping it heavy. Right. He's letting you know exactly what's going on. Right. Barakiala, we got more in that article.
One second. So the latest data released by the Ministry of Health on Thursday afternoon reveals that there are now 985 people hospitalized with the disease caused by the novel coronavirus, up more than 38% from this time last week.
Wait, so in 7
patients,
days, hold that right there, Barack. In 7 days, that thing jumped 38%. Now listen, if your bank account could jump 38% in 7 days, you'll be Tawab. Good night. Listen, y'all think the Most High ain't real. Y'all think those are just niggas on the corner, and they just yell, and they're rude, and they look like they're ready to fight. Well, good night. We are ready to fight, and we are rude. But one thing we don't lack in is knowledge, right? We told you. Salakia. Good night. Now, y'all might be like, listen, this brother is laughing right now at more COVID-19. You're damn right. Because you know what I don't laugh about? I do not laugh about the suffering of my people. I do not laugh about the AR-15s that are in Haiti right now. I RDR could tell you. There are AR-15s in Haiti. Guess what? Haiti don't make a single damn AR-15. What I don't laugh about is the drugs in my community, the murder in my community. What I don't laugh about is my native brothers and sisters on the reservations all throughout Ontario, six nations reservations out in Caledonia by Hamilton, up north by Muskoka, right? Muskoka is where all our oppressors go to build their colleges, right? And near Muskoka, there's reservations where Native Americans don't have drinking water, right? Out in Montreal, I'm coming back very soon. In Montreal, I'll be back very soon. And we're gonna go to war, and we're gonna bring out all the craziness that oppressors are doing. We're gonna hand out flyers. We're gonna hand out food. I'm gonna love my brothers and sisters, and we're gonna have a good time. I'll be right back, Montreal, right now. Right? I ate at Montreal. I hate, and I do not laugh about seeing my brothers and sisters sleeping under the bridges. It broke my heart to see my brothers and sisters being destroyed at a metro. I was in my zone the other day walking up and down. Officer Shahiwan, he dropped me off. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get some footage and I'm just going to walk around. I was really looking for a Christian to battle, right? But that's another story. I seen a couple, a heathen couple, taking a picture, right? We live in such an oppressive kingdom. I seen a heathen couple taking a picture with what looked like a brother sleeping on the street, literally in the street where a car would park behind them. And they had their phone up in the air like, okay, we're going to take a picture. And right behind them was someone sleeping on the street. I wonder if they cropped that out. They probably cropped that image out of the picture, right? The plagues are here. More plagues. We pray for more curses. Barak Yallah, what do we got?
Wakan. The number of those patients requiring care in the ICU is also up week over week, but not at nearly the same pace, going from 110 to 118. A number of other public health indicators similarly point to an uptick in viral activity. The positivity rate on PCR tests over the last 7 days was 14.2%. Up from 12.3% at this time last week and 9.8% 2 weeks ago.
Second Chronicles 7:13. God, right. So these numbers are going up, right? Now, are the oppressors going to shut down the kingdom again? Or are they going to say, we cannot turn our back on our God again, right? The oppressor's God is money, right? While blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we worship a living God, Yahweh in the Bible, right? And the oppressor, he worships money, right? And because of that, more plagues, more pestilence. There's a food shortage. There's a food shortage right now. What are you reading for me? Second Chronicles.
Council.
Yeah, you can read that.
This is the book of Second Chronicles, chapter 7 and verse 13. If I shut up heaven, that there be no rain, or if I command the locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people.
Right. So listen, the Most High, he can command the rains. There might not be no rains, right? Meaning you're not gonna have no wheat. We're already seeing that there is a shortage of baby formula. Now, what are you gonna do, sister? This is what you got to do, right? Stop smoking the weed so you can breastfeed your child.
Right.
And that's what you got to do. You're worried about if there's baby formula. There's baby formula. It's inside of you. Right. Barack, what do you got?
Khan. Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Kieran Moore, however, has warned that the true number of daily infections in Ontario is likely 3 to 4 times the PCR number due to limited testing eligibility. That would mean that
Wait,
Ontario
Barack. Bring that back. Bring that right back.
Khan.
Chief Benjamin say, pull up. Pull that back.
Rewind.
Right.
Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Kieran Moore, however, has warned that the true number of daily infections in Ontario is likely 3 to 4 times the PCR number due to limited testing eligibility.
Good night, Dad. No, I'm still here. Okay. Good night. Now, listen. These plagues are here, right? Because of the lack of testing, the numbers are probably higher than what they're telling you. You don't understand. But again, we just look like Ninja Turtles. We look like Power Rangers. We look like everything derogatory you want to say about us. But what we do look like and what we look like men who follow the Lord. Right. We look like men who know what's happening, right? Again, if you ask an oppressor, they'll tell you everything under the sun, every conspiracy under the sun. Listen, I seen a post where they were talking about a ice wall and lands outside the ice wall, and the earth is flat, and there's in the wall that we're in, there's a dome, and you got to go past that dome. And the first thing I thought about was, how the hell did you get past the first dome? Listen, there's a dome. You got to get past the first dome to get to the other dome, right? And that's what happens when you just listen to your oppressors and you just don't care about anything. Read that one more time for us, right? Give me the last part. No, not you, Barack Salaki. Officer Shariwan. Give me the last part.
Or if I come.
Yeah, or if
I command the locusts to devour the land.
Right. Now, this is something that's happening right now. It happened when we were in Egypt, where the insects and the beasts of the field, they're just eating up all the crops. Right? Why do you think there's no baby formula? Do you think they're just not making baby formula? Or is there something else going on that they're not telling you? Right? We seen 2-3 years ago the burning of Canada. Right? Right now, Officer 5000 in the shock, right? In the shock. He out of Tennessee, right? He burning the Bible Belt right now.
Right.
Thank you. In Canada, we seen not too long ago the burning of Canada, Western Canada, Northern Ontario, just a bunch of wildfires. All right. What was the priest? The priest that battled all the 400 prophets of Baal? What was his name? Elijah. Elijah called down fire. You would think Elijah was here right now calling down fire on the earth. Right? Keep reading.
Or if I send pestilence among my people.
Pestilence, more disease, more plagues, more COVID-19. Officer Ariari, he just told me about the samurai virus. Good night. The ninja virus, right? They're about to Death Stars and katanas and a little bit of crouching tiger in the trees. Listen, that virus is about to give you the crouching tiger. Listen, Salakia. Again, these plagues are here. The Most High is not playing with these plagues. Barack, what else we got in that article?
That would mean that Ontario actually saw between 5,000 and 6,000 new cases per day over the last week.
What was that number again?
That would mean that Ontario actually saw between 5,000 and 6,000 new cases per day over the last week.
Listen, 5,000 times 5 is 25,000.
Right.
Yes, and Monday to Friday was 25,000 cases. Are you understanding? Do you know what's happening? Your pastor Creflo steal your dollar to buy a jet? He just told you don't have to pay tithes no more. What you have to do is just give what you can. He wants 100%. Commander General YAHANNA only wants 10%. He only asks 10%. You know what that 10% goes to? Right? That 10% goes to some sister who cannot pay her rent. We tell you that abortions are wrong. That 10% goes to all the babies that we take in. Did you know I.S.U.P.K takes in babies? Right. And then if you ask a priest and prophet, a sister, listen, our sisters are stronger than your pastors. Right. Straight up and down. These sisters, listen, they ain't teaching classes, but listen, I would. Nah, I ain't gonna say it like that because then these sisters are gonna be like, listen, the Bible said we can go to camp. Listen, no, you can't go to camp. Stay feminine. I don't need you with any scratches. My brothers don't need their ribs looking like Brittany Griner, a full-blown man, right? But our sisters are stronger than your Christian church, right? And if you ask a sister right now, listen, I know some sisters that got like 3 kids, right? And a head. And those kids be driving that sister up the wall. But if you ask that sister, can you take in another child? This child was about to be killed, but the mother said, I'm not going to kill you, and I'm going to give you to the UPK. That sister's going to take in on that burden, on that child, so that child can live. You know what we're going to do? We're going to raise that young man into a priest. If it's a daughter, we're going to raise her into a princess, because that's what we do. Right? You know what we do? We don't go stand in front of the church and get beat up by auntie and them. Right? Stilettos don't hit us. Good night. Bro, what else you got in that article, man? We just having too much fun tonight.
Salaka, before you get into that, if I may. And just the other day, like I sent you an article, right, where you could see, you understand, like pastor and the pastor and pastor's wife got arrested, in the Ontario, Toronto zone, you understand, because 2 sisters or two people, you understand, two women came out and say when they were 13 years old, they were molested, you understand, sexually by the pastor and his wife. The pastor and his wife just got arrested for that, you understand. So these are like grown women right now, you know what I mean, that's coming out. Well, I was 13 years old and I got molested by the preacher and his wife. What about all the other ones that's being molested and don't talk about it?
Right.
What about all the other ones? Or you think your pastor is the man of God? No, he's not. Your pastor is not a man of God. He's a sexual molester. You understand? He's a sexual deviant. You understand? He's a fraud. You understand? Meanwhile, the men of God, you don't want to listen to them. Just like back in the days. Back in the days, you didn't want to listen to the prophets because they were telling you some things that were against your lifestyle, things against of what you want. It's the same thing today. Meanwhile, your pastor is the reason why you become a whore, because you've been molested by your pastor. You've been molested by the woman, you understand, your pastor's wife. That's
right.
The reason.
Salakia, can you take the class for a quick second?
Come on, please, go ahead.
No sweat.
This is the reason why, you understand, you going around, you understand, acting like, you understand, you don't need a man today. But nevertheless, also Barakala, you understand, can you read what you got?
The latest data comes as Ontario widens fourth dose eligibility to include all adults who are at least 5 months removed from their last shot. Health Canada also approved Moderna's vaccine for infants, toddlers, and preschoolers on Thursday, making that group eligible for vaccination for the first time.
Now, what Salakia Akim, why would they want to understand even the children to get vaccinated? Why?
Salak, I don't know.
Go ahead, please. Also, Shalom, go ahead first.
So, Salak, did you say why would they want to stop a shipment of vaccines?
No, why would they want the children to be vaccinated?
Salakia, the one.
Go ahead.
So, I'll put it like this, right? Anyone could get it, and the children and the elderly would be more at risk because they would have a weaker immune system than the adults.
Exactly. Also, Shawan, you read it before. Now the plays are coming, you're saying they are not slack. The white man knows something. The white man knows something, you understand? Those elites, you understand, they know that what we're reading out of the Bible, of the Apocrypha, is real. Now these plagues are coming. How can we stop these plagues? You understand? How can we stop from what you understand? What's coming? Well, I got a news for you, you understand, Mr. White Man? You cannot stop it. It's gonna be worse and worse and worse. Just like we read in the Bible. It's just like a woman, you understand, that's about to go to labor. It's gonna be worse. And this is why they're asking for the children to be vaccinated, because they're saying exactly, you understand, how can we stop this before, you understand, it goes just like Egypt. Just like we seen in Egypt, right? We read in Egypt, you understand, the plagues was going, you understand, from children to, you understand, to the old. Everybody was touched. White man is saying, how can I stop it before, you understand, everybody died? Well, you can't stop these plagues, man. You can't stop these curses that's coming onto you, man. You understand? And thank God, Barakata Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, the plagues on the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man, are coming to a stop. The plagues that we're suffering are coming to a stop. You know what, Mr. White Man? Your plague is starting until you reach the position that we played in your captivity, in your empire, which is, you understand, serving black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. Like that. I pass it back to Priest and Officer 1000 Officers Badger.
Get that preaching prophet a hand right quick. Right. And listen, I read that article, Salakia. I read that article about the Christian pedophile getting arrested, him and his wife. That's nothing new, right? What's new is they're getting arrested now. The Christian church has been molesting everybody, right? Listen, we about to put out some tapes. Just now, I seen a meme that, listen, I said, I'm going to make a whole tape off this meme. You guys Canadians, I might start tonight. Good night. You guys Canadians, what is Canada known for? They going to say maple syrup, flapjacks, hockey, lumberjack, polar bears. We going to say, what about the murder of the Gadite children? They going to look like, huh? So, okay, Barack, you had something?
Yeah, I was going to say that could be a shirt.
Oh yeah, it could definitely be a shirt, but we gonna make it a tape first. So we gonna make it a tape first, right? Now, listen, I know a story of a sister, right? Who she was in a church, and the pastor groomed her, and now she's an adult. The pastor is an old pervert, and that's his rib. Good night. And no one's, the whole community knows about it. No one said anything. No one did anything. But let Officer Adiyar say the wrong thing on Facebook. And the wrong thing for them is you shouldn't have abortions. And I won't be able to communicate with Adiyar on Facebook for 30 days. Right? Nah, this is the society we live in, right? Now, this is perfect to segue into our next topic, because we know the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Them nachos look good. Listen, Salakia, me and Shayuan, we out right now. Right? We doing this. Oh, you can take it. We out right now, right? At one time, General Muhammad gave us counsel and said, listen, y'all don't have a classroom? Go make a classroom wherever you are. So we decided to make a classroom somewhere, and these nachos look good. So fuck yeah. Barack, I found an all Issacharite spot last night. I've been
Right.
walking past this spot for a year, and I finally said, let me go inside and see what this is about. I said, God, yeah, Issachar. Listen, I think they put cinnamon in the burrito. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know, man.
So, Lucky, you got that Chapolinas?
La. Listen, but if they put it in the burrito, that should taste so good. Maybe you just might get me. Just maybe. A couple tequila shots here. The chapelinas.
All right, got it, man. You got it, man.
Right. All right, Brock. Brock, get me the article on Mexico border. Baba Kashab. It's in the chat.
Got it right here. This from NBC News, right? Now, Mexico agrees to provide 1.5 billion to help U.S. manage migrants on southern border.
Wait, one second. Mexico is going to provide 1 point something billion. Good night. Now, are the leaderships in Mexico telling me? Are they telling the whole earth that there aren't hungry people in Mexico? 1 second, I'm trying to figure this out. Are people leaving Mexico because there's food there? What the hell is going on? They're leaving Mexico because the cartel run the country. They're leaving Mexico there because the economy outside of the tourism is next to nothing. What do Mexicans have to sell? Mangoes? Now that's not a shot at my brothers in the I.S.U.P.K, right? Because Salakia, what's the brother over Mexico? What's his name?
Yashikar?
Yashikar Ban Yashikar. That you should give him $1 billion and he will feed all the Mexican people, because he'll be taking his commands from Commander General YAHANNA. Commander General YAHANNA follows Christ. We follow Commander General YAHANNA because Commander General YAHANNA follows Christ. In turn, we follow Christ. Give 1 billion to Yashikar Ban Yashikar, right? Because when Haiti, right? When Haiti needed food, Officer Yatazar, is it Salakia? Not Officer Yatazar. Officer Yatazar, Salakia, one more time. Captain, right? Captain Yatazar, Captain Yadi, he gathered the brothers up, right? This is how we know there's so much love. Yeah, y'all will never understand this, right? Unless you're in here, y'all never understand. Say whatever the hell you want. My brother, Officer Adiyar, he stayed up all night to read. Officer, is it Yatazar?
Yatazar.
Officer Yatazar, Officer Levi, right? These two Levite brothers, they stayed up all night to read and give orders. They were brothers in Texas. They don't speak Haiti. They don't speak Creole. So okay, Adiyar, you got it next.
Salaka, this was after you know what I'm saying, the 50 factors over that I've been with, you know what I'm saying, I've been in the UPK, right, which is always gonna be like one of the most memorable moment that I had in my life, you know what I'm saying, just like also Child One. The Passover is always gonna be like the top of moment that you've been in your life, you understand, of the places that you've been in. But the other thing was that event, you understand, in Acuna, you understand, when the brothers went to Acuna, you understand, staying up and seeing exactly the people, you understand, in line and out, you understand, also Yatazar direct the people, you understand, and the people was hard and disciplined. Like usually Asians, you understand, you have food, you have this, you understand, Asian will rush, you understand, especially, you understand, in the situation that they were in. They would rush, you understand, get whatever they have to get. But they were disciplined that night, and just seeing that, like, it was something like when the Holy Spirit was there and moving through the people. Like, you understand? I don't know how I've described it, but it was like something like, you understand, where, you know, God is there. You understand? That was the same thing like Christ was doing. That was something that was so powerful that, you understand, you can't get away from that. You understand? And even the people that was there always gonna remember, you know what? I've been to that event. The little kids that were there are gonna remember, well, I was there. when these brothers were really Officer Yatazar, you understand, was conducting, you understand, and everything was preaching, you understand, was teaching, and Officer Captain Yatazar and all of the brothers in Texas, you understand, how they were there and you know what I mean, puts a security front, you understand, nothing happened to us while they were there. There's always gonna be something that's gonna be memorable,
Right.
and that was one of the most memorable things I've done and I've seen in my life.
Right. And that's so heavy because of that situation, right? We got a whole sister. There is a princess. All right, now listen, Salakia. Listen, the sisters in the UPK are princesses. Do not get too close. You might give up the ghost. You might go to the fourth dimension if you get too close to our sisters. And we'll go do the time. And we'll raise up a whole yard and we'll have brothers coming out, priests and prophets. Good night. Don't mess around. Right? But because of that situation, we got a whole sister who's down there and she's putting in work because she understands that she needs to put in work for her people. Right? And now again, we understand that our oppressor is the devil, right? Mexico has $1 billion to build a wall to stop Mexicans from going into the other side of Mexico. So let that sink in. Texas, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. That's Mexico. Right? Mexicans, the tribe of Yashikar, they're not leaving Mexico because it's just a wonderful place and America is just so wonderful. I just want to go to America. Like America is such a wonderful place. If you're from America, if you watch the news, you know America, Canada, wherever we live are horrible places. This morning I woke up in hell. Right? Me and my brothers, we woke up in hell. The only thing that we have right now is the love that we have for each other. Right? We're not going to let something that we're going through stop us from showing love to each other. That is gay. If you're going through something and you can't show love to your brother, you can't return a phone call, it's just gay. We don't need you around us. Right? Barakiala, what do you got for me?
Khan, 1 second, other one. So the agreement was discussed Tuesday when Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador met with President Joe Biden at the White House. The Mexican government has agreed to provide roughly $1.5 billion toward a host of new construction projects along the U.S.-Mexico border to strengthen the U.S.
Hold up, Barack. Now listen, every time I hear that damn number, I'm gonna get pissed off, and I can't wait to go to camp so I can tell the oppressor he's the devil the Bible speaks of for kidnapping people, for getting rich off people, off the blood of the Mexicans. You got rich, right? Everyone likes orange juice because I love my orange juice. Let's give a hand to the Mexicans right now, because without them, I can't get my orange juice. Like straight up and down. Like I can't get those strawberries. Who do you think is picking all the fruits? Right? Now, before I lose my train of thought, $1 billion. America just gave billions to Ukraine. What the hell are we talking about? Why are you trying to take money from the Mexicans? You have it. You print all the money, right? You have all the brothers in jail to get the free labor. Now, one thing that most people aren't going to talk about, right? A lot of those government contracts and projects where things are getting built, they have blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in jail building them for free, for 10 cents a day, 10 cents an hour, right? Now, again, our oppressor, he is a devil, right? And this is why it's time for us to gather together. Brock, y'all, get me Zephaniah 2:1.
Khan.
So like before the brother get there, right? And one thing also in Canada, right? We have apples.
Right.
Mexican pick up them apples, man. Understand?
Right.
These from Mexican. You know, I know they have like a season where I mean everybody, your family could go pick up apples and then bring those apples home. But for you to have those apples in the stores, Mexican. understand? Even in Canada.
Right.
Trust me, there's a bunch of Mexicans in my slavery, right? That I don't know what happened. You understand? Like in my slavery, there was a bunch of Mexican fresh out of the country, right? Fresh into the country. You understand? I should say. You understand? They came in and they didn't speak no English, no French, no nothing. With the little Spanish I had, right? I had to not to do not to the formation. You understand? To help the other Mexican. They were like, well, who's speaking? Spanish over here. And somebody said, well, out of y'all, you understand, speak Spanish. And then I was like, damn, why you put my head? You understand?
Right.
Mexican, they're like, you know what? These are brothers are Mexican from Isupk. I mean, well, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I will do it. I will do it. With the little Spanish I had, you understand? You understand? I did the formation for the brother. And you know what? These Mexican are the one picking, you understand, picking your salad. This is why you have salad in the groceries. This is why you understand you have salad, apples, and all these things Canada produces. This is why you have them in the store because of those Mexicans.
Right. Now that's definitely heavy because now we know the tribe of Issachar, Yashakar. They be picking. They be picking. They know how to. They know how to. They know how to farm. They know how to be husbands to the earth. Right. Now Canada is such a devilish place that they do the same thing to the Benjamites. Right. To the point where Canada controls a lot of the Benjamite banking and finances. Meaning, like, you can't do anything without going through Big Brother Canada. Then they turn around and they make it so you're poor. That the brothers, tribe of Issachar, the tribe of Benjamin, has to come up here, pick apples, potatoes, and do all the farming. Right? It's time for us to gather together. Now, one thing I've seen, right, and this is heavy about us gathering together. I seen a brother get kicked off a job site, right? This is some video. You could find it, it's in the world. You just might have to word it properly. But the brother got kicked off the job site. All of Yashakar banded together and walked off the job site. Right? In protest of that brother. And this is why Zephaniah 2:1 tells us to gather together, right? Because we have oppressors trying to charge the victims of a crime money to build a wall to stop those victims of a crime seeking justice or seeking some type of humanity, right? I had a conversation with some heathen on my slavery yesterday, and he said, why aren't you smiling? It's nice out today. We just got paid and the sun's shining and we only have to work half the day. And I said, why the hell am I smiling for? He said, man, you have to have some faith in humanity. And I started running down all the crimes that Canada does and everything that he gets the benefit off of. And he stopped talking to me. And even when he wanted to stop talking about it, y'all know me, right? I don't stop talking. I kept going. He's probably going to get to slavery on Monday and say, I do not want to work with that man no more, because I kept going. And I said, so what the hell do I smile about? Everything I just named, what do I smile about? Right, Barack, let me get that. Let me get that precept real quick.
Kawaka and Salaki, I just want to say something real quick, I don't want before I get the precept.
Right.
They're saying like Mexico is putting in $1.5 billion. That would be US dollars, right? And in Mexico, the currency right now is Mexican pesos. And I did the conversion. So honestly, I wouldn't be able to read that number, but according to the conversion, it would be like trillions of Mexican pesos they're giving.
Calculator said error. Thing said error. 404 error.
Right.
Good night.
But like that amount of money, there's no Issachar brother in the world, right? That'll be making that amount of money. That amount of money, that's all drug money, basically. Right? Especially Mexico.
Salaki, again, like we know that who runs Mexico, right? That's the cartels. With one point something $billion, you could feed 1,000 families for the rest of their life, and feed the other generations, the other 10 generations that come behind them. With that money, they could just boost their economy. Right? But we know that because our oppressors are such devils, they made it so Mexico damn near has to sell drugs, right? Or they don't eat. right?
Right.
They made it so, listen, because America and Canada and the surrounding nations where the Edomites are, because they have such a large addiction to drugs and illicit sex, and listen, to have sex with a woman in America, especially an Edomite woman in America, you got to get her cocaine up. You got to get her coked up. The coke is coming from Mexico, right? Because they want to have sex and they want their drugs, they make sure Mexico's a poor country, right?
Karawakan.
Then they turn around and say, Mexico, you got to pay us $1 billion to build this wall to stop your people from coming into the land that we stole from them. Good night. Let me get that precept.
Karawakan. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
It's time for us to gather together. Barak Yalla, drop that and get Genesis 3 and 15. We're gonna go through these precepts real quick as we read this article because we're on a little bit of the time. So we're just gonna try to go through a little quicker. If you're not getting these precepts, just watch the tape again, give it a couple more views, hit that like button, subscribe, share it on Facebook. I know you're watching some girl twerk right now on Facebook, right? Listen, you don't have to do that. Just share our class, right? I know you're probably watching some funny video. Barak Yali, he be sending me the most funniest videos. Listen, I be dying. That brother be doing my time. So when I'm like, yeah, what the hell am I doing? I just, Barak Yali, let me check my notifications. Right? Share our videos. Barak, so it's time for us to gather together. Read more of that article for us as you get that precept.
Karawakan.
Okay, yeah, you can give me 315.
The agreement was discussed Tuesday when Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador met with President Joe Biden at the White House. Former President Donald Trump campaigned on the promise of building a new border wall that he would get Mexico to pay for, while the Trump administration did.
Salakia Baraka Allah. Now, listen, if you thought that the other head on the two-headed snake was different from the first head, you are absolutely wrong. Right? Because Donald Trump, he's the one who said we have to build the border in Mexico.
Right.
Who's pushing it through? His other side.
Salakia.
Right?
If I may, like you said, if you think that the second head of a two-headed snake would be different than the other, I mean, the Republicans and the Democrats, they're just two wings on the same bird, basically.
Right.
They have the same agenda. Regardless if Donald Trump expressed it like to the public that he wanted Mexico to pay for the wall, the Democrats think they're against it. They just don't want people to vote for Donald Trump, but they're gonna do the same thing regardless.
Right. Now look, months later, the Democrats are telling Mexico, listen, we just gave Ukraine $1 billion and we have no more money in the coffers for this wall. Can you please build yourself a wall to keep yourself out of your own country? Can you imagine? Right. Barak, can you imagine? I come to your house and I say, Barak, you can only stay in your bedroom. The living room, the kitchen, and the washroom is mine. Now, Barak ya Allah, I need you to go buy some wood to put on the door so you can't come through your doors. Good night. What the hell is going on? You're gonna tell me that I'm supposed to love these oppressors and that the oppressor is not the devil the Bible speaks of? How? Right? Salakia. Shall you want?
Okay. Genesis 3 and verse 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman.
Right. So this is the Most High checking our oppressor, right? Because we know that the same spirit that the oppressor has right now is the same spirit that was in the garden with Adam and Eve, right? He's checking the oppressor right now and saying, I'm gonna put enmity between you and Eve. Keep reading.
And between thy seed and her seed.
Meaning her children and his children. There's going to be conflict between us.
Right.
Right. And we're seeing that conflict play out. Listen, we can't even go grocery shopping right now, especially for the tribe of Judah, man. Listen, I can't. The tribe of Judah is waiting for the order. The 12 tribes, we are waiting for the order. One day that order is gonna come. A good night. It's going to be hell to pay for the oppressors. We are going to reward you double for everything you've done to us, because we can't even go into shops right now without getting reparations out the back of an AR-15. Our reparations are in the AR-15, apparently. I guess. Like, listen, I don't know what to tell you, but one day you're gonna have to pay for it. My king is going to come back, and he's going to have a garment that's soaked in blood. Right, and I pray I'm able to be given that order.
Khan.
Right. Keep reading.
It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Right. America is the head, and Mexico is the heel. Right. America is the head, and Mexico, the people of Mexico, the Yashikarites, they are the heel. Right. They have to tread through rivers and climb walls to get some type of freedom, because according to America, drugs are good and drugs are being funded by the cartels. So America is being funded by the cartels with their drug money. America has the power to stop all the drugs. They're not. Canada has the power to stop all the drugs. Excuse me. But they're not. Canada could shut down the border so no drugs come through, but they won't.
Khan.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, you can get it.
The other one.
Okay. Con.
I have a precept.
Right.
You know, that would be in Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. Right?
Barack, listen. Were you listening to my phone when I was deciding what precepts I was going to pull for this class? I just gotta know. You were in my phone, right? Let me check. Is there a bug in this thing? 1 second. No. Okay. You know what that is? That is one body, one mind. We got the same spirit. Barack, give me some more.
Khan. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Right. Bro, you could break that down.
Khan. So, like we said, like we mentioned, right? So Donald Trump has been the one campaigning, talking about he's going to build a wall over the American-Mexican border and make Mexico pay for it. They ended up like switching presidents, and Biden, just like, well, the Democrats, just like the child they are, as being the devil the Bible speaks of, and the oppressor, like it says, you know, they didn't go against what Donald Trump said, right? Because they hate us so much, and how you could say, they wanted to make an example out of Mexico. They said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and make you actually pay for it. You know, we're not going to go against what Trump said, even though we're so-called against Trump, right? We're devils just like he is, so we're going to make you pay for it regardless. And to the fact that it says that women are the rulers, I mean, America and other countries like America are ruled by sodomites and effeminate men, right? Following after women, if I could say.
Right. Nah, that's definitely heavy. Children are oppressors, right? I got another story, right? I be at the slavery, they be cracking the purplest jokes you could think of. Right? They got the most dolphin jokes, right? I think the jokes come right out the bottom of the ocean, and we know that fish gonna sea. Right? According to Benjamin, if you understand Benjamin language, fish go to sea. Right? A fish is a FAGGOT. I just spell it for you. Like, we ain't trying to get the channel taken down. Because listen, on YouTube, you can rap about killing niggas. But if you say FAGGOT, your channel's gone. Salakia. Right? But they cracked the most gayest jokes I've ever heard. And I thought about it. These guys are children. Right. Children are oppressors. They oppress us. It's such a childish thing to say, I'm going to take your toy and you can't play with it.
Right.
Right. Now, what I'm talking about is America came over, took Mexico, got rich, took blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, got rich, and then said, listen, you cannot play in America no more. The park is closed to you. Bro, let me get some more of that article.
Khan, 1 second. Um, while the Trump administration did build hundreds of miles of new and renovated border wall, the Mexican government did not pay for it. Now, Mexico has agreed to pay for a number of projects through a joint multi-year effort along the country's borders, including modernizing ports of entry and enhancing screening processes of immigrants trying to cross from Mexico to the US.
Now, so my question is, for all the people who are hungry in Mexico, right? For all the people, I seen a sister honk. There's a video, right? This is a video. I could only read it. I couldn't watch it because me watching something like this, it builds up a rage in me. Now, I'll tell you this much. Before the next camp, I'm going to watch the video because I need that rage to go to camp, right?
Khan.
But the sister honked at some cartel guys. These are men in the cartel, drug dealers, witches and wizards, right? Klansmen, right? Even though they're brown, right? She honked at them like, yo, can you get out the way? Like, I'm trying to drive. They pulled her out the car and cut her hair. That's because they love the culture of their oppressor. General Mahime, he came to Canada. He said, listen, everybody in Canada, if you're black, Hispanic, and Native American, you act white. Those brothers who cut the sister's hair off, they act like they're oppressors because they've been oppressed. They've been taught that the only thing you could do is sell drugs. Right? Now, listen, being in the world, I used to do a couple things that I feel totally horrible about. Right? And if you don't feel like that and you're still selling drugs, I'm going to tell you this much, right? Someone's going to sell your daughter drugs. Someone's going to sell your children drugs, your son drugs. I have a couple brothers in the world. We were running together, and listen, I told them I'm done. I'm over this. I'm done. The money's not worth it. My conscience is not clear. I don't feel good spending the money. I had jewelry. If you notice, I don't have any jewelry no more. I don't wear that jewelry. You know what I did with it? I sold it. I paid my tithes. I used that money to go to Montreal back and forth.
Right.
I didn't feel good wearing that jewelry, knowing how I got it. Right now, you have the bully telling the victims, you gotta build this wall. Like there ain't Mexicans starving in Mexico. Like they don't need money to battle the cartel. And then you realize that, well, the cartel and the government is the same thing. Right? Keep reading.
Khan. The exact details of the new projects are still being worked out, but the official said the new agreement will not result in the building of any kind of wall or border barrier.
Read that part one more time.
Khan. The exact details of the new projects are still being worked out, but the official said the new agreement will not result in the building of any kind of wall or border barrier.
Wait, so Salakia, 1 second. I'm trying to get this straight, right? Mexico's giving $1 billion for this border, but the agreement is not going to result in anything being built. So where the hell is the money going?
Khan.
Now that's the question. Where the hell is the money going, right? Our oppressor has always hated us. Shaywan, can you get me Obadiah 1 and 10? Right? Because our oppressor hates us and they're just extremely violent to us. Salakia, they're going to have to pay for their crimes. They're going to go through it because of their crimes against us, because of the violence that they've committed against us, because of the violence they've committed against us. They're able to force Mexico into giving $1 billion, right? And I thought they had some agreement between Canada, America, and Mexico, right? So what does this have to do with that agreement, right? This is just to show you that our oppressors are devils. Our oppressors hate us. They don't give a damn about anything we go through, right? There are hungry children in Mexico. There are people escaping war, right? It's like a war zone down there. I remember years ago, I was watching videos of the cartel shooting rockets. I think they were playing GTA. You couldn't tell me I wasn't watching a GTA tape. They were shooting rockets at helicopters. The police are trying to raid them, and they're shooting rockets at them. And you're telling me the Mexican government, I guess they're not getting rocket shot at them no more, so they can give up $1 billion. If America had so much money to give to Ukraine, why do they need money from Mexico? Let the Mexicans have that. Listen, my brother down there, he needs that money. Give it to him so he could build a school, so he could teach the younger generation not to be cartel members.
Wakan.
What do we got right now?
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Right.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For the violence that the white man, the oppressor, the Caucasian, the cave devil, the Geico caveman has done against the Lord's chosen people. The most handsome and beautiful sisters, the most handsome men and beautiful sisters in the earth, the strongest men, the fastest men, all the scientists, right? All the doctors, all the inventors. You know, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the inventors of the earth, right? We damn near invented damn near everything, right? Because they committed violence against those people, read.
Shame shall cover thee.
Shame shall cover thee. Sort of like monkeypox. Sort of like monkeypox is covering our oppressors right now. Shame shall cover them. This is why I'm gonna ask Canadians, what is Canada known for? And as soon as they tell me the answer that I do not want to hear, me and Sharyuan, we're gonna put them to shame.
Right.
And we're gonna film it. And then after we film it, we're gonna put it on our podcast and we're gonna laugh about it and put you oppressors to shame. Because you think Canada is known for maple syrup. Canada is known for the 60 scoop. Sharyuan?
If I may, there's a whole residential school in British Columbia that is known as Alcatraz.
Good. You mean Alcatraz like the jail?
Kind of on concept.
Yeah.
Because the number of children, the ratio of children that were dying in these residential schools was 4 to 10.
4 to 10.
Damn near 50% of children. You understand? If your child went to that residential school, they damn near had a 50% chance that they were going to lose their life.
Good night. Is that what I'm hearing? A 50% chance that you were going to lose your life if you were in some residential school in Canada. Now tell us what Canada is known for, right? America is known for building a wall to stop Mexicans from going into Mexico. Rakiala, what do you got?
Khan. The goal of the new projects will be to improve the speed and security of border screening, not necessarily to deter migrants from crossing, the official said.
Right. Now, really, all you have to know is that the I.S.U.P.K Under Commanding General YAHANNA loves you. From Canada to Yonkers, New York, where Parata's eye is, to the UK, where Captain Slovakia, the captain in the UK, Parasha, right? Hey, listen, that's where you're gonna find your love, right? I'm about to. I don't know about tomorrow. I got some things to do tomorrow, but Monday night when I need something to eat, about to go to that Ishkarite spot and show the tribe of Yashikar some love.
Get some chapulines.
Right.
Like, You got to be like John the Baptist, man. In one way, he's a liar.
Now listen, John the Baptist, that was a hard dude, right? That was a hard dude, but he should have followed Christ. Good night. Good night. Pause. But again, like, you know, I'm about to show Mexico some love, tribe of Yashikar some love. I'm gonna tell them we're stronger together. Burak, can you keep reading that article? What do we got?
Khan. That's the last paragraph of the article. Border Patrol agents encountered over 239,000 migrants crossing the southern border in May, the highest monthly total on record.
Right.
Khan. So they're saying like a little bit more than
Give me a
250,000 is the highest number on record of migrants crossing the border monthly.
Good night. That's just it's a lot to deal with. Salakia.
Tell me about.
Salakia. Baraki Allah. Now, they don't know what the hell they're doing. What this is you're hearing it first, right? This is a money grab. This is a stick up, right? Joe Biden called the president of Mexico and said, listen, I just gave billions to Ukraine. Run $1 billion right now. Empty your pockets. That's what's happening. Because
like you said, Joe Biden called the president of Mexico, tell him, yo, run up the bag, right? So basically, he's more like, if you want the bag, right? I mean, he basically most likely told him, if you want to keep on bringing the product, you better run a bag over here, you know? You better pay the toll.
Right. Joe Biden. Okay, listen, man. Now, this is all speculation, right?
Right.
Joe Biden told him, run that bag. Make sure the bag is heavy, or I'm going to put a drone over your house.
Right.
We're going to have a drone from California, the Sunshine State, where the Mexicans are picking oranges and apples. It's going to land in your house. Some rocket from a drone. Good night. Now, again, that's all speculation, right? But because our oppressors have been extremely violent to us, right? We know they're capable of everything. We know they hate us. We know they do not like us. They want to see Mexicans at the bottom, right? They're telling Mexicans to run $1 billion as if Mexico don't need that $1 billion, right? Read. What do you got for me, Strike One?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Right, the Lord's gonna have mercy on Jacob, meaning Mexicans, you don't have to worry about the oppressor for too much longer. Get with Yashikar, Ban Yashikar. RDR, what you got?
Everything that you were saying, I just want to add, right? Well, the United States government that's telling you Mexico to pay for the border, right? Well, America had a bunch of school shooters, right? How many school shooters that we seen in Mexico?
Right.
You understand? America drone bomb, you understand, on other countries, you understand? And how many bombs, you understand, did Mexico drop on other countries? None. You understand?
Right.
Meanwhile, they want us to believe that, you understand, we got to keep those immigrants out. Meanwhile, it's their land. We got to keep those terrorists out. Meanwhile, you understand, the number one terrorist, you understand, in the face of the earth is the white man.
Right.
So the white man should pay for the walls all over the earth. So, you know what I mean? Nobody will be affected by his devilish ways. You understand? We shouldn't pay, but you understand, the white man should pay, you understand, to keep a border, you understand, so he doesn't cross another, you understand, country, because according to his history, we see exactly what they do. You understand? So they should border, you understand, up and pay for it, so they won't go on other countries and be terrorists on other countries and kill and you understand, murder and rape other people. So like,
Right. Nah, that's just so heavy, right? That's definitely heavy. America should definitely be paying for their own damn border security, their own damn border wall. Mexicans now, good night, right? Imagine going to a woman who's been sexually assaulted and telling her that, listen, you have to pay for your own sexual assault now.
all right,
Right. Imagine going to someone who the victim of murder. Right. Imagine going to his family members and saying, "Listen, we're going to house you, the person who was convicted of murdering you, right? And we're going to keep them in a jail. But can you build the jail for us? Can you pay for his food?" This is exactly what's happening. Keep reading Isaiah 14:1.
Come. And will yet choose Israel.
Right. The Lord is going to choose Yashakar. Ban Yashakar. Keep reading.
And set them in their own land.
Mexico is going to get its own land again. That they're not going to have to worry about idols and cartel members and cocaine and heroin and the oppressor who's the devil the Bible speaks of coming in, raping your women and kidnapping your children and murdering your men to the point where you start to act like him and act like his drug dealers and act like his clan member and act like your sister doesn't need to be protected. So if she honks her horn at you, you go and cut her hair off. God, it's a damn shame what's happening over there. Now listen, there's something that Captain Akkad Abarayam said, right? Captain of 13,000 Akkad Abarayam said. He said, what did he say? Salakia, let me just get it. He said, everybody wants to be Richard Porter. God kill him like Alpo. Listen, if you're Mexican and you think that Salakia, you think that it's okay to be a drug dealer, you should stop.
right.
If you are part of the 12 tribes, that's blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of Benjamin, right? The Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Cubans, the Barbadians, I don't know, the Bajans, that's what they call them, the Bajans. If you're American Negro, if you're a nigga out in the UK, if you're in Canada, right? If you're a nigga out in Canada, a Mexican in Canada, a Colombian in Canada, a Brazilian in Canada, all over the world, and you think it's okay to sell drugs, stop. Because the Lord is going to take your life. And you know what I'm going to do when he takes his life? Let me show you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, damn right, take his life. Because you take a sister's life, you take a brother's life every time you sell drugs. Right? You don't understand that they've hated us and it's time for us to gather together. Keep reading.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
The strangers are going to be joined with us. Right? Them strangers. Right now, 1 second. This is the strangers law. Israelite strangers or what do we got? The strangers.
Strangers of the heathens.
No, these are heathens, right? These heathen strangers, right? Because a brother could be a stranger too. Like, listen, I'll tell you this much, right? I seen Adiyar. My first time meeting Adiyar, he was in my zone, right? I was just a young man, a young, disgusting man in the world, and I was a stranger. And as he got to know me more, I became a brother, and he became my big brother. And that's a relationship for life. Nah, I ain't gotta tell you too much, right?
So like we twins. We twins right now.
we twinning. Right. So like, good night. Yo, listen. You see my nigga right here? My nigga Levi knows how to make me laugh. Listen, I'm ever going through it. I call it Levi. I call it Baraki Allah. I call him Shaiwan. They got something for me. My day's not bad no more. Hold up 1 second.
And what the brother's saying is heavy, man. You understand? For all you black Hispanics and Native Indians in Canada and all across the world, it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to realize what's going on, man. And it's time for you to go on isupk.com. You understand?
Right.
Realize, you understand, that we are telling you the truth. You understand? Of what's coming and how to get prepared for what's coming, man. You understand? That being said, I pass the class. You understand? Back to Officer 1000, the budget.
Stillwater Priest, Stillwater Priest. What else we got?
Come. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Right, them heathens are going to cleave to the house of Jacob, sort of like they do now, but it's not. It's gonna be just a little more. It's gonna be different, right? You go down to Young. I went down to Young and Dundas the other day. I forgot who was I talking to. I think Brock. I was talking to you. Remember I said I gotta make a quick tape. There was an Edomite on the corner rapping, and he
Kyle,
had a
Kyle, that
wave
was
cap
me,
on.
man.
Nah, he didn't have a wave cap on. I'm thinking about the other Edomite I saw. I seen some weird things that day. I seen an Edomite riding a bike with a wave cap. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Right. Another Edomite was on the corner rapping. I said, what are you doing? Right? Which, no, cash, please. Thank you. What do you got?
That's the end of this one.
Read verse
Verse
2.
2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Right, listen, the Yasha Allah is going to take the heathen and bring them to their place. Right? Now, the tribe of Yashakar is being told that your place is below Texas. It's south of the border. And if you come through here to the other side, which is yours, we're going to harm you. We're going to put your children in cages and give them foil paper blankets, and they're going to be missing. And we don't know where any of our children are. And has any of the children that were in cages been reunited with their parents? Who the hell knows? Right? While Maxwell Giselle, she gets 20 years, right, for doing what? For trafficking children. You wonder why our children go missing. You wonder why our sisters are going missing. You wonder why the tribe of Gad is putting up red dresses on fences, because we had over 40,000 sisters go missing since the 70s. We're digging up grave sites of thousands of Gadite children, thousands of Native American children. And you're wondering what the hell is going on. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, because you don't understand how evil you've been to the children of Israel.
Right.
Keep reading.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
Listen. I got this corona right now. I possess it. It's mine.
Right.
That's what that means. We're going to possess you. I got a rib or two, who knows, right? And they're mine. We're going to possess them. Right? This is what's going to happen. The children of Israel are going to possess the heathen for everything they've done to us. Keep reading.
For servants and handmaids.
For servants and handmaids. Barak Yalla, who were the servants and handmaids to the oppressor when they were founding the Western Hemisphere? When they were trying to take the Western Hemisphere from the children of Israel?
Salakia, Adawan. Our forefathers, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians today.
Right. That was the servants and handmaids of the oppressor. Shariwan?
Shall come. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Right. We're going to take a people captive because we were their captives. Keep reading.
They shall rule over their oppressors.
And we're going to rule over our oppressors because our oppressors rule over us right now. And tell us, Shalafil, after I give this billions of dollars to Ukraine, give me $1 billion. Was that it?
It's under those two.
That's it, right? That's basically it, right? Anybody else got anything they want to add before we close out?
Khan, I have one more precept, Adawan.
Khan.
Like especially for all the for everyone like trying to love the oppressor, whatever the case is, joining his ways, right? We're saying like not all oppressors are bad, some of them are not bad deeds, whatever the case, however they want to call it, right? And some of them may actually be saved because they believe in Christ or they follow a so-called Israelite doctrine, right? Let me put it like this. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children,
Right.
for the iniquity of their fathers,
Right.
that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. I mean, whoever is trying to save the white man or any type of oppressor, right? The Most High is preparing slaughter for the iniquities of their forefathers. It don't matter if
I'm right.
your white friend, your Chinese friend, they have nothing to do with your oppression directly, whatever the case is. His forefathers owned your forefathers. The forefathers of the Arab friend that you had, he built the slave ships. You understand? The forefathers of the Chinese man or whatever Moabite, Ammonite, right, that you have, their forefathers were at war with Israel as well. We were at war with Moab, with Ammon, Elam, as a matter of fact, all the nations that are the face on the earth. You understand? So whatever friend you have that you say he's not responsible for the state that we're in right now, he's gonna get it because of the iniquities and sins of his forefathers.
Right. And if I may, Barack, if I may, right, just to add on to what you're saying, another precept, I'm not going to read it, right? But if you want to understand exactly what Barack is saying, just go to Psalms 83.
Right.
Khan.
Right. Just go to Psalms 83 and you're gonna see all the nations that have hated us. Right. So once again, I'm Priest and Officer 1000 as a Baja of the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General Yahanna. With me, I got Priest and Officer 1000 out of Yard coming straight out of Montreal. So to my left, my main man right here, Priest and Officer 500 Shayuan, right? And we also got the host with the most. Priest and Officer Barack Yahweh. Right, he my favorite 50. It's a lot here. Right. Listen. We got some heat that I can't even tell you too much, man. Listen, you guys know, stay tuned. Listen, Canada raps too. Salakia. Canada raps too. All right. With that said, again, shalom to all the brothers and sisters. The water for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share. Share this channel, share this video, right? I see a couple people watching, so I should see a couple likes when I end this class. When I end this class, I expect to see a couple likes, right? Let's get it. Shalom. Oh, yeah, don't forget tomorrow, 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock on the Rise Podcast. We'll also be streaming on this channel, the Rise Podcast 1969. Don't forget.
Oh, so Salakia priest, if I may.
Turn.
I'm also live on Big O Live right now. You understand? For everybody that on Big O Live, all the Black, Hispanic, Native Indian. You understand? Go to isupk.com. You understand? Link up. You understand? If you in the United States area, we have classes and we have school in your city. Link up. If you're in Europe, we have school. You understand? In United Kingdom, link up. You understand? And if you're in Canada, North America, you understand? We have classes in Canada. If you're in South America, we have classes over there as well. You understand? If you're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, it's time for you to wake up. You understand that in your ignorance time is over. Let's get it. Shalom.
Right.